They're buildings. Welcome, everyone, to Township Council meeting Monday, November 10th, 2025. This meeting is now called to order. Councilman Murphy, lead us in the salute to the flag, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, read the statement of public notice, please.
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8 and NJSA 10:4-10 as follows. A notice of the meeting was prominently posted on the bulletin board at the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey on January 7th, 2025. A copy of the notice was sent to the North Jersey Herald and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk on said date. A link and a telephone number to join the meeting virtually can be accessed on the Township website at littlefallsnj.gov. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Thank you. At this time, please call the roll.
Councilmember Patel, Councilmember Murphy,
Present.
Councilmember Hablitz, Councilmember Vanchery,
Present.
Council President Scoba.
Present. Mayor Damiano, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Council President. This evening, we have a couple of proclamations to present. But before we do, I would just like to acknowledge the good work that this council has done in the past, amending the film ordinance here in town. Little Falls has been very busy with movies being filmed here in Little Falls. We have another big one coming up soon that I think we can announce in some time with some exciting individuals involved and directors involved. It's really exciting to see that Little Falls is a place that people want to come and film, that people want to come and be. And there's going to be a number of locations in town where this movie will be filmed over the next couple of weeks. We're very excited to have all of these movies in town lately and look forward to seeing Little Falls and places throughout Little Falls make their way into movies that are on Netflix and other major series. So looking forward to that. And as more becomes available and more information can be shared, we will be happy to do so. And we'll ask everybody to be on the lookout for all of our great places throughout town where they'll be recording. Next, we have an Epilepsy Awareness Month proclamation, and I'm going to ask the Sarcona family or anyone from them to join me up here for the presentation of an Epilepsy Awareness Month proclamation. All right, and the proclamation reads, whereas epilepsy is a neurological condition characterized by recurrent unprovoked seizures, and whereas epilepsy and seizures affect 3.4 million people across the United States, including 470,000 children and over 123,000 people in New Jersey. And whereas epilepsy can affect anyone, no matter what their gender, race, age, religion, educational background, or socioeconomic status. And whereas epilepsy is the third most common neurological disorder among adults in the United States behind Alzheimer's and stroke. And whereas 1 in 10 people will experience a seizure in their lifetime, 1 in 26 will develop epilepsy during their lifetime. And whereas while epilepsy cannot currently be cured, many of those diagnosed with epilepsy can control their seizures with modern medicine and surgical techniques. And whereas people with epilepsy continue to face social stigmatization and discrimination. And whereas National Epilepsy Awareness Month is designed to increase the awareness of the disorder in an effort to encourage more Americans to understand the effects of epilepsy. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor James Belford Damiano, on behalf of the Little Falls Township Council, do hereby proclaim November 2025 as Epilepsy Awareness Month in the Township of Little Falls. I want to thank you guys for joining us here to bring attention to this. I'm going to ask the council to join me up here as well for a quick photo. Here's one. And up next to acknowledge the incredible efforts and a Guinness World Record being set at Yogi Berra Stadium, I am going to invite Eve, the director of the Yogi Berra Museum, and Billy to join me up here in front for the reading of a proclamation this evening about a world record being set right here in Little Falls. And the proclamation reads, whereas in 2025, Yogi Berra would have turned 100 years old. And whereas in celebration of that milestone, on Sunday, September 21st, 2025, the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center invited the community to participate in Yogi's Big Catch Challenge, an attempt to capture the official Guinness World Records title for the largest game of catch on the ball field at Yogi Berra Stadium. And whereas the date was significant, marking the day before Yogi's first major league game in 1946, as well as the day before the 10-year anniversary of his passing in 2015. And whereas breaking the record required a minimum of 973 pairs or 1,946 participants standing 10 feet apart, playing catch simultaneously for 5 minutes. And whereas on that Sunday, the official adjudicator counted 1,179 pairs, setting a new world record, a fitting tribute to Yogi's commitment to community, teamwork, and fun. Now, therefore, I, James Belford Damiano, Mayor of the Township of Little Falls, with the Township Council, do hereby recognize Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center for their accomplishment of setting a new world record for the largest game of catch on the ball field at Yogi Berra Stadium. I want to thank you for your incredible effort in making this really dream come true, bringing a world record right here to Little Falls. And I want to give you the microphone to say just a few words about that incredible day.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that among those players on the field was your very own mayor, together with his daughter, Olivia. It was just a spectacular day, and we couldn't think of a better location. Yogi loves Yogi Berra Stadium, loved it. And as we said, we had a beautiful day because somehow he was looking down on us. So thank you very much. And I do want to just say a special thanks to Billy. I mean, I think everyone in Little Falls must know Billy by now. He's just extraordinary, and we really couldn't have done it without his support.
Thank you for being here. If the council wants to join us for a photo up here.
Anything else, Mayor?
Unless there's any questions of the council, that's all that I have this evening.
Have a motion to open the meeting to the public for general matters and agenda items. Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Madam Clerk.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so to the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Seeing no one come before us in the council chambers and no one in the chat, correct? Can I have a motion to close the public comment?
So move.
Moved by Councilman
Second.
Murphy, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Items 1 through 8, Mayor, would you like to discuss them?
Absolutely, Council President. The first resolution is a resolution authorizing the participation in the Passaic County co-op pricing system. And as we hear numerous times throughout the year, there are various co-ops that we can join as a municipality to receive co-op pricing on various items. We are looking to join the Passaic County Co-op with this particular resolution, something that we should probably continue to do every single year, along with the Morris County Co-op and several others that we frequently purchase from. It allows us to purchase items at state pricing with pre-approved vendors, avoiding the need for the town to have additional delays in securing items from time to time when these items that we require are already on the approved list by the state. So that is what this very first item is here. The next is the resolution for assistance to firefighters grant. And fortunately, from time to time, we are able to secure grants that we are then required to add into our budget. This year, we were able to secure a $98,812.38 as part of a grant that was made possible by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. So this is funds that we can add to our budget here so that we can then expend those funds. And this year, I believe they are looking to purchase additional turnout gear for the firemen throughout the department, something that offsets the cost of what taxpayer dollars would otherwise need to fund. So very thankful for this grant and assistance in purchasing all of this gear.
Mayor, for those that don't know, what's turnout gear?
Turnout gear, sure. Turnout gear is every bit of equipment that you see a fireman wearing at a fire scene. The most expensive notably being the jacket and pants that you often see them with. But it also includes, as part of this, their entire uniform. This includes helmets, this includes boots, this includes gloves. So there's a number of things that this will help to offset with our costs.
I'm just curious if you don't know the answer. Is it like each fire member, is that like $3,500 or $3,000 for the turnout gear from head to toe?
Closer to $5,000
Closer to
per
$5,000
fireman.
per
with a
fireman
full set of gear right now.
for full set of gear?
And several years ago, we had a list of, the list was significant with the number of firemen in town whose turnout gear was at or near its expiration. With these grants that we've been securing these past handful of years, I believe that we are well beyond the firemen being at or near their expiration of any of their turnout gear, and we are caught up now with all of their turnout gear. So hopefully, in the next couple of years, we may be able to use these grants for some other things moving forward. And then when the need arises again, if turnout gear is required in the future, we'll be able to utilize it for that as well. But fingers crossed that we are caught up now with turnout gear, and we'll be able to continue to purchase other things for the fire department for use with this grant.
Thank you.
The third is a tax refund resolution for a tax overpayment, and that's exactly as it sounds. From time to time, there's an overpayment in taxes and a refund is required. So that is simply what that item is there. Item number 4, Wilmore Road handicap parking. I'll do that in conjunction with item number 5, which is Main Street handicap parking. And I'll also do that in conjunction with number 6, which is Main Street loading zone. As we discussed, I believe it was in October, that there was a need to modify parking spaces and add handicap parking spaces and a loading zone. We're doing this on Wilmore Road. We're doing this on Main Street, closer to Maple Ave, between Maple and Patterson Ave, as well as adding a loading zone in that area to assist our residents who have a disability or a handicap placard who require closer parking spaces. So we are looking forward to having that accomplished, because from time to time, we do receive a concern or a complaint raised by a resident indicating that they wish that there was additional handicap parking in these areas. So we are looking to address that with items number 4 and 5, as well as adding a loading zone with item number 6. Any questions as to those? All right. The next 7 and 8, as you see from time to time, as our recreation center either adds programs or needs to change the fee structure for particular items, we need to amend our fee ordinance, chapter 71, to allow for those fees to be paid either in a range or with a specific dollar amount. The ones that we are looking to add this year, or add as a brand new addition, is our holiday trolley ride, which we are very excited to announce. And I believe Councilwoman Havlicek will be speaking to that a little bit.
Yes, I will.
So I won't get too far into detail, but there's going to be a fee related to that, a very small fee to view all of the homes in town. And again, our recreation sports fees are also looking to be amended based on item number 8. Any questions from the council? That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. Can I have a motion to approve the raffle application? Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. This is a roll call. Madam Clerk, can you read who the raffle's for?
Sure. It's Our Lady of the Holy Angels Church calendar raffle, December 2025 through March 26, various dates. And it's from 10 o'clock in the morning and it's being held at 465 Main Street in Little Falls.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yeah.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, can I have a motion to approve resolutions A through D? Moved by Councilman Vanchery,
Second.
second by Councilman Murphy. Please call the roll for resolutions A through D.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, Madam Clerk, read ordinance 1529, please.
Second reading and public hearing of ordinance number 1529, an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Little Falls in the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, to amend Chapter 7 on-street regulations, handicap parking of the Code of the Township of Little Falls.
Thank you. The public hearing on ordinance 1529 is now open. Does anyone wish to speak on ordinance 1529? See no one come before us. The public hearing on ordinance 1529 is now closed. Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1529?
So move.
Moved by Councilwoman Abbott, second by Councilman Vanchery. This is a roll call. Please call the roll for 1529.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, Madam Clerk, 1531, please.
Second reading and public hearing of ordinance number 1531, an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Little Falls in the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, to amend Chapter 7 on street regulations of the Code of the Township of Little Falls.
The public hearing on ordinance 1531 is now open. Does anyone wish to speak on 1531? Seeing no one come before the council chambers or on our chat, 1531 is now closed. Can I have a motion to adopt 1531?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Murphy. Please call the roll for 1531.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts?
Yes.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, Madam Clerk, 1530.
Introduction of ordinance number 1530, an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Little Falls in the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, to amend Chapter 7 on street regulations, handicap parking of the Code of the Township of Little Falls, with a second reading and public hearing scheduled for November 24th, 2025.
Can I have a motion to introduce 1530? Moved by Councilman moved by Councilwoman Hablitz, second by Councilman Vanchery. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts? Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, Madam Clerk, 1532.
Introduction of ordinance number 1532, an ordinance entitled, Ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Little Falls in the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending the Township Code, Chapter 71 fees, with a second reading and public hearing scheduled for November 24th, 2025.
Have a motion to introduce 1532.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Hablitz. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts? Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes.
Council President Scoba?
Yes, Madam Clerk, 1533.
Introduction of ordinance number 1533, an ordinance entitled, Ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Little Falls in the County of Passaic, State of New Jersey, amending the Township Code, Chapter 71 fees, with a second reading and public hearing scheduled for November 24th, 2025.
Can I have a motion to introduce 1533? Moved by Councilman Vanchery,
Second.
second by Councilman Murphy. Please call the roll.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Havletts? Councilmember Vanchery? Council President Scoba?
Yes, Councilwoman Hablitz, you're going to lead us off with the trolleys.
Yes, but first, a few library updates. Just a few library updates. They will be having on November 18th, a Lincoln portrait presentation presented by Mallory Mortarino to discuss the famous WFR Trowler's portrait of Lincoln, and that will be at 6:30 on the 18th. Also, there will be a Dungeons and Dragons for grades 5 through 8 at 6:30. You can register at the library website, and this is a program for Little Falls residents only. For any more updates from the library, you can go on their website as well as their social media posts. And then, as we were talking about, the holiday season is upon us, and I am so happy to say that this year we will be adding a holiday trolley. Our holiday decorating, a light decorating contest will start, and added this year will be the trolley. The ride will be on December 18th, Thursday. There will be 2 trolleys. The ride times are 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., but the seating is limited, and it's for Little Falls residents only at this time due to the limited seating.
Thanks.
Bless you. And you will be able to sign up at Community Pass. And anyone who knows me knows that I've been waiting for this day for a while. So I'm very happy.
Thank you, Matt. Anything else?
That's it. Thank
All
you.
right. Councilman Vanchery?
Thanks, Council President. If anyone's around tomorrow at 11 o'clock, please stop by Wilmore Road Park. The American Legion Post 108 in Signac is going to host their annual Veterans Day services at 11 tomorrow. The chance to honor the men and women that have served. So if you are in town, please stop by. Also want to mention, before we know it's going to be the end of the month, the holiday parade for the three towns is almost here, November 29th at 5 p.m. Had a chance a couple weeks ago to attend the latest meeting. And I think everyone's going to be excited. There is a great lineup of floats and a lot of participants are still signing up. So look forward to that in just about 3 weeks. Also, I know this week, Mayor, phase 2 of our project with the crosswalks being addressed is going to be taken care of later this week. One of the things that we talked about the last few months was just making all of our crosswalks uniform. So big thank you to the Little Falls Police Department and DPW helping out with that. So look for more crosswalks to be updated later this week. Also want to mention too, with the 3 ordinances, 1529, 1530, and 1531. Kudos to Chief Crawl, Corporal Panola as well. We worked closely, just listening to the feedback from some of the residents as well as the businesses. Adding 2 parking spaces at Wilmore Park for handicap is definitely helpful, especially when some people who have the handicap placards want to take their grandkids to the park. They have a chance now to park a lot closer, because we always set up temporary ones when we do the services and stuff, but it's nice to have some permanents there. And then also too, with the 2 additions that are coming soon on Main Street, having one in front of Total Recovery and one in front of AIM on 44 Main. Again, 2 physical therapy places where they've been asking for this for a while. So I know Jack and Raphael are pleased with this coming through. And then same thing with the loading zone by 44 Main over by Diamond Floral, something Lewis and I know a lot of the delivery drivers have been asking for, sort of mimicking what we have further down between Center and Stevens. So just grateful for, the work that was done behind the scenes. And I also want to thank, Commissioner Orlando Cruz, because, these were county roads, and just working closely with him too to get things resolved. That's it for me.
Councilman Murphy?
Thank you, Council President. So this past Thursday, on behalf of the Domestic Violence Awareness Committee, we had a meeting with the Jersey Battered Women's Services and Lieutenant Gilchrist from Little Falls Police Department. And at that meeting, we spoke about a couple things, as they're now the organization that won the bid with the county to take over the responsibility that the Passaic County DV and SV Center was handling. So they're based out of Morris County. They seem to have a lot of resources that are going to be new to us, which is very exciting. We also spoke about getting a divert team up and going here in Little Falls. So we actually have a meeting tomorrow night with our committee on that training and some of the things that are involved in that. We also spoke about doing teleconferences with survivors and victims, which is something new to us as well as community outreach that they seem to will be able to provide to us. So as well as teaming up with the committee, now JBWS will be able to team up with us for events in town, which is awesome. And we also spoke about collaborating more with the police department. So a lot of exciting things to come. I know the committee, as well as the police department and the JBWS, is really excited about what's forthcoming, and I'll keep everybody updated. But meeting tomorrow night, so look forward to that. And that's all I have, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Nothing on the police side. I just have to say happy birthday to all my fellow Marines out there. For any audience, the gallery here, but see a lot of the message. And then tomorrow is Veterans Day.
Thanks, Chief. Mayor, you have anything else?
Aside from the ceremony tomorrow, as we've heard now a couple of times at Wilmore Park tomorrow, that's all that I have this evening. And all those veterans out there who have served, thanking you for your service, and looking forward to seeing many of you at Wilmore Park tomorrow.
Can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only?
So move.
Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Murphy. There's a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? This motion carries. Madam Clerk?
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. Meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the council president will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the chat that'd like to speak to us? Seeing no one in council chambers, can I have a motion to close the public comment?
So move.
Moved by Councilman Vanchery, second by Councilman Murphy. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? That motion carries. I want to thank staff for assisting me in putting this agenda together. Can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Hablitz, second by Councilman Vanchery. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? This meeting is now closed.